I'm hugging my husband and my stepson and other people, whereas I used to worry about doing that. And I'm just a lot freer in my body and a lot happier. Hi, I'm Vicky. My story began approximately 3 years ago when I started developing constant upper back, shoulder, neck and head pain with headaches and all of the associated symptoms that come with that. Everyday life started to feel like, in all honesty, it wasn't worth living. I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't able to contribute to my family as much as I wanted to, and I couldn't give my job as much as I wanted to. But then I realized it wasn't going away, and in fact, it was getting worse and worse each day. And as a result, I got very down to the point of becoming depressed. I realized after a while that this was not life, this was existing, it wasn't living, it wasn't what I wanted for my life. I wasn't giving what I wanted to my close relationships or even my workplace. And I decided I had to do something about it. I initially consulted doctors who talked to me about, after a while, a variety of tests to prove that it wasn't arthritis or whatever, that they felt it was fibromyalgia. And I started down the route of seeing a psychologist who specialised in chronic pain and also being on medication to help relieve the pain. The various tips and techniques from the psychologist accompanied with the medication did help, and I saw some improvement, but it wasn't much. And I ultimately ended up being signed off work for 6 months, and I have never been signed off work for ill health in my life. That gave me the push to realise that that approach wasn't working. There'd been some improvement, but it had plateaued and it wasn't enough. So I started doing my research and I came across the Fibro Guy on Facebook. I looked at the case studies, I looked at some Google reviews, I could see it looked really interesting. It was up to date with the latest science. It was really, really exciting to read some of the work they'd published about the brain and the role it played in pain management. I had a consultation with Johnny, who had experienced a very similar pain to me and probably similar reasons. And I thought, well, if he can get better, why can't I? And so I thought, that's it, I'm going to do it. This is what it's going to be for me. I've been working with Johnny for a while now. I can't actually remember how many weeks, but it's been a few of them. And while I'm not totally pain-free, I've made enormous improvements. In conversation with him only today, I described it as living my life in colour and not black and white. The brain is a fascinating thing, and it's been really interesting to learn about, but also making progress, turning my pain down and being able to live a fuller life and get out there and do things that I was avoiding doing before because I thought they were going to hurt me, when in fact they're not. Act sooner, not sit and wait for 3 years. Going through the program has made me feel much more hopeful, much more optimistic about the future. I've got my energy and my humour back. My mother-in-law came down for the first time in months this weekend and commented on how much better I was and how much more like myself I was. I'm doing new things, I'm enjoying life, and I don't feel so afraid of the future.